I've crashed the game. I was going to say welcome back to Oxygen Not Included, but it looks as though we get to all watch the little spinny wheel to distract us while we wait. It has been a little while since I've played. I have been playing catch up on recording, and my cat sounds upset at something out there. Uncovered the sulfur geyser because I need sulfur on the other planet for my Sweetles. And it really hot. Need to figure out what to do with something with that. But I was reading the patch notes while waiting for things to load. And one of the things they talked about was Sweepy will no longer be bothered as much. I forget how they worded it. Where are you, Sweepy? You're supposed to be in the Great Hall. Yeah. Apparently that bothered reaction was a little bit of a bug. And he should be a little bit calmer now. And not so spazzy. And do his job better. Which is nice, because he's a cute little thing. I like it when you don't sit there and spaz out. What is this thing? Is that charge? It says storing 0, but we have a little bar. Okay, so I have like a laundry list of things I want to do. I know I'm just squirreling all over the place, but basically I'm just trying to get caught up on all the stuff that I have not done yet. Because it's a little bit of a chain reaction and things that I want to do. For one, I'm not sure that I need a nuclear reactor on this base, the research reactor. I kind of think I can actually get away without one. And that it might be better to not have one. Because I have all the way at the bottom of the map these active volcanoes. We have that one right there. That's going to be one right there. And there's one right there. So I could, in theory, hook up steam turbines to these. And just get a bunch of power that way. So work on digging out all of this stuff too. Just go like that. So if I have steam turbines powered by volcanoes, I'm not sure that I need a nuclear reactor. But on this base, I don't know as though we need a nuclear reactor either. All the sulfur's going over the edge. Because we have a bunch of oil. As long as we have water, we have oil. And if we have oil, we have petroleum. And if we have petroleum, we have power. And I don't think there's any sort of volcano over here. So one thing that we could try to do on this base would be to make a sour gas boiler. Food decay. Problems won't be the lights in this. So this base is also going to need a super chiller deep freeze for its food. I thought I saw one spot that might have looked like a volcano, but now that I'm like going over it, I'm not seeing it again. So maybe this base doesn't have a volcano, but we definitely have plenty of oil wells, like more than I think we'll probably be able to use. But this base kind of needs some rearrangement. Like it's weird because we have a plethora of resources. It's just not in a normal state. Like we have lots of oxygen through rust right there and polluted dirt and polluted mud. Like we would have oxygen for days. It's just, do I want to deal with that sort of a system? And stuff and things. So I think what I'm going to do is work on some sort of a layout for this base. Uranium ore. They even have uranium ore over here. Kind of like what I've done over here on the main base. How we have their sleep quarters all lined up in a nice pretty way. And their bathrooms and stuff like that. And I'm I don't know, transit tubes, they're just a thing. Still working on this ever so slowly. But still squirreling. To do an effective steam turbine, it looks like one of the best things you can actually use is nuclear waste to stop lava from solidifying but turning into little igneous globs. Nuclear waste, that's the way to go. So I need to get nuclear waste, but I'm not sure how to get nuclear waste other than building a research reactor, which then brings me to Shrubato, where we have a lot of radiation. I'm pretty sure this is just the radioactive, highly volatile environment containing highly useful resources, probably. And it's not that far away. Literally like 1 tile to get into space, 2 to land, or 2 to get in orbit, 3 to land. So we could probably start working back and forth in some sort of a colony there. So what I want to do first, I think, is scroll all the way up to the top, get a second rocket going that's just meant for some delivery. So I'm going to let them build that. And I'm just going to work on some sort of a layout for a base here. Just like sleeping quarters and other such stuff. So I'm going to stare at the screen for a while, see what I think of. Well, this is interesting. Radiation vomiting. Radiation sickness causes these duplicants to throw up. Devon has major radiation sickness. Guess that tile right there has just been giving him a nice solid dose of radiation. And where he'd been eaten has also been just beaming down some juicy goodness. So, ooh, poor guy. I think it's time to bring him back home. Ew. Yep. Those are some nice little welts you got on your face. Put on your suit. Goodness. Well, I guess bathroom first. Get rid of some of that radiation. That's a bit. So that should go down. Yeah, they lose 100 when they go to the bathroom. Not quite sure how he has that much if he's only the exposure changed depending on where he's at. Okay, I see. So right where he's at right there, his exposure is 175. So he's been getting 75 a cycle. And we've had him in here for a few days. He's about out of food anyways. We've got 2 days left. Day and some change. So as soon as he gets his suit on, we'll have him land. He can rest at home in a little bit. Otherwise, things are just going slowly. It's like I have more work assigned than duplicants to do it. Funny. Actually, let's see. Is my oxygen getting piped around good? Yeah, I don't see any empty spots. Just kind of doing dig stuff with them. I've tried to lay out a few things. I don't know if I'm going to worry about these geysers, volcanoes for a little while, because I've got all this lava down here. So I think what I'm going to do is just break a hole in one of these and set up a steam turbine to run off that. Or a few steam turbines, depending on what we get. But that's not immediate. That's not pressing. So I just have them doing other things like digging up copper. I queued up a dig there so that we can get enough copper to build this conductive wire that will go down and connect to the steam turbines that I want to put down there. They did finish building this little thing, which took them a little while. I don't remember why I have a door up there. That actually seems like a horrible thing because this has to be filled with hydrogen for... Oh, I remember. I was going to put a liquid lock. Yeah, I forgot. I was going to put a liquid lock in there. That's what I was going to do. And do bleach stone. So we're going to have... chlorine gas in the bottom, hydrogen at the top, and then just do a bunch of balm lilies so that all of the Drekos could eat that. Do I have, the question is, enough space as I think about it? So we're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, and that's 1 checkpoint and 1 Atmo suit. That's what that will end up being. Okay. And then 96 tiles for Drekos. I guess that will work. I guess I can lay that out. Just get them ready to start doing it. Stations. We want an Atmos suit dock to go right there. We only have 1 person in at a time. That'll be fine. We need some oxygen to go to this thing. Blip. Like so. And some power. So how much is on this line? Yeah, we can afford that. That'll be easy. There you go. Wait a minute. That said steel. I do not want steel. It's like all of our copper wire is kind of spoken for, so we'll just use lead. We'll have to hook it up later, but yeah, all of our copper wire is spoken for in this heavy watt wire. Which it's like, maybe I should just drill right through all of this stuff. Should I? Could I? I mean, I actually don't have any... This base is not sealed. Like, there's no, like, this is the oxygen spot, this spot, and no further. Let's see. Do I want to do iron? I guess why not? So, some hydrogen would escape. Is that such a bad thing? Radiation vomiting. Why? Oh, I didn't. I was waiting for him to get in the suit, and he just wasn't getting in his suit. So I left him up there, and then I forgot to send him back home. That's on me. I'm sorry. Did he throw up in his suit, or is that animation just delayed? Did you land? Ground. I'm waiting for him to get out. Yeah. You need some shore leave. You just go spend some time not in space. Go work on those little cancerous blobs. Get some seafood in you. That'll make you better. So the question is, does that suit empty a bunch of polluted? Yes. So frustrating. I think it froze instantly, so that's not bad. Didn't think about that when I built that. I was just assuming. Let's see, let's actually view this interior. We want none of that in there right now. You can load that up with some plastic. Sure, that doesn't hurt. But we don't want to store any food in here because it'll be a little while before I'm sending anyone back into space. We got, last I checked, like 4 or 5 stacks of, no, they swept them all, of the data disks. There were a lot of data disks. I actually might be able to search that if I can click the right thing. Resources. View all data? Data bank? Yeah. 139 units. I feel like they've supplied some because I know there was more than that. But if it's 50 in a stack and you had 3 stacks, that would be, you know, 150. But this thing's already cooking. See, I forget what I'm researching. Is it still this thing? Yeah. So that's gonna go up. We're waiting on this thing to get a bunch of radiation. Devin, maybe you shouldn't be next to that. I mean, not that that has a lot of radiation coming out of it, but... That is not what I wanted to happen. Okay, Devin... Can we lock you in here? I didn't see any... Disease clinic. Not sure about any of that. We can lock him in the old-fashioned way. Get up in there, Devin. And you're allowed in, but you're not allowed out. Okay, so I think we can make basic rad pill. It only takes coal. Okay, yeah, sure. I want me to do that rather quickly, I think. Go mop up all of Devin's vomit. Fun stuff. Fun stuff indeed. I don't know what you do. I don't think radiation makes you itchy, but I feel like I should be able to put him inside that. Okay, if you're gonna sleep, you can go get your bed. And as long as you know that one of those is your bed. I don't want you going back up in the rocket. I'm pretty sure it auto assigns them back to their regular thing. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Yep, go have a good little sleeps. I should probably set all of these to open just to make things a little bit faster. Yeah, fun stuff. And you can't copy that setting and apply it to all of the doors. You gotta go one at a time. And I see another Buddy Bud has a Mirth Leaf is wilted up there, which means the temperature is still getting colder up here. Which it's not that bad. I don't know what they're on about. It looks nice. I guess it's just cold enough. Oh, uproot that. He threw up again. Could you stop doing that? I know you just have a little casual case of radiation sickness, but seriously. Is your pill made yet? I feel like it was made and then someone else ate it. That's just dumb. Okay, so what do you need? Advanced Doctor Station Medical Supplies, whatever that is. Doctor administered cure for moderate diseases. I don't have any sun nymph eggs. That's not going to happen. Could make a medical pack. I guess let's try like making 5 of those and just see what happens. Let's see if we get the resources for that or not. I don't know. The disease chamber is a little bit weird. There's a lot of stuff about this game that I'm just like, that's just kind of weird. Solid nuclear waste. Is that like that right there? Nuclear waste, but solidified? Why hasn't that solidified? That's weird. It's just warm enough to keep that. Going. That's the stuff that I need for the steam turbines, but I need a lot more than just that. We're coming in on the home stretch on some research here. Watching that supply tick down. Are we gonna make it? I don't think so. I don't think so. Blue. Needs rad bolts. So I caught a thing that was happening. This filter gate was set to 0.1 second. I don't know how that happened. If it was my dumbness or some loading bug in the game. But we were losing a few rad bolts because as soon as this would go from 100 rad bolts in storage to 99, this thing would just be like, "Oh, you're empty. Let me fill you up," and shoot bunches of rad bolts. And I watched a bunch of them just hit the ground and be wasted. So I set that thing to 20 seconds. Now we're just gonna have to wait for this thing to store up some more rad bolts. But we are so close to being done with that. Otherwise, everything is still just going very slowly. I have set up a pump here. I'm pulling this to a vacuum. I set up this thing. Where are you at? Oh, different base. Never mind. On drip, I set up a hydrogen catcher. This thing right here, just pump some hydrogen into there so I can get this all going. It's going to be a little bit of a problem because we do not have a mechatronics engineer, so I think there's a fair bit of stuff that we're just not going to be able to build. I guess cobalt ore will be fine. Yeah, I just feel like it's not going to happen. Yeah, we need a mechatronics engineer for all that. So need to get one of them. Otherwise, this thing overheated. It blew up. I haven't fixed it yet. I should probably do that. What else was happening over here? I don't remember. I think I've just been like putting a lot of time into that. What I want to do is build a steam turbine to cool this. But I need to move all of that. Yeah, we're out of power. We need to just replace this one. It's made of cobalt. We need to do steel. But it's getting a little toasty in there. This thing was heating it up a fair bit. And then this thing's heating things up a fair bit. Which if we get molten slicksters, that's not the worst thing in the world, but it does make it a little bit more of a pain to have to separate the molten slicksters from the regular slicksters. And like they mix the oil and petroleum together. That just gets weird. I did put in a sludge press here to start doing. Gotta connect it. Cleaning some of the mud into dirt and polluted water because this is getting a little low. So I figure that'll just be a good way to sort of supplement this pump. Add some extra water in. They're gonna do that forever. That looks like so much fun. They're having such a good time. I imagine you get tired of that after a while. Like I don't know how much of a trampoline that is and that it pushes you back up, or if you've just got to jump up and down on it a whole bunch. But they seem to have a good time. And so over here, I think there was something else. Can't remember. Yeah, pulling this to a vacuum just takes them forever to build a suit and supply it. But it's like if I don't make things a high priority, they just don't do it. Because they've got so many other little things that they're working on. Like this has been here for a long time for them to dig that. And this has been here for a long time since the start of the episode, however many cycles ago it is. And they just don't do it, which makes me feel like it's about time for another duplicate. We've definitely got a fair bit of calories. 110,000 in just surf and turf, not counting backup stuff. So maybe the next thing comes through. I will just take the next good. I'm not going to take anyone. I'm still going to be a little particular about it. But the next good duplicate that's just a general supplier. Be like, hey, we see that you need a bunch of stuff done. Let's go build a bunch of stuff. Still cranking out plastics. We don't even have a ton of it yet, so I'm all right with that still going. I'm just slowly starting to build that pipe. But yeah, I mean, I'm just doing a lot of watching the game go and drinking some coffee. About time to go get some more coffee. And there's the magic ding. Research complete. Didn't even know anyone was over there working on it. I was watching this stuff drain out, and I am having to ship more steel over to make a petroleum generator on Drip, because Drip does not have enough steel to make a petroleum generator. So they're just gonna have to do without for a little while longer. I have not done much over here. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna lay out a base. Gonna make a bunch of, comfortable little places for them to stay. The average rocket is 31 tiles. Yeah, so right there, that would be like the height of our base. Rockets can be, I think 31 is the tallest rocket if I remember correctly, which would mean that this layer right here would be the rocket platform, and then 9 tiles down for exhaust means that we don't really want to build anything above that line right there. Yeah, I haven't done much with them. I'm just kind of working on that right there. I haven't laid out their bases or anything at all. But yeah, we got improved, I was going to say advanced, but improved hydrocarbon propulsion. Yay! What's next on the list? I don't think anything. I don't think there's like a thing one that I care about at this particular moment. I mean, there's for sure stuff that we need to get done, like the monument. Monument definitely needs to get done. One of those is just kind of a waste because you can build a telescope inside a rocket. I guess it's automatic, so that might be where the advantage comes from. But art, we need space research for pixels for light packs. Okay. We need radiation to understand how to carve a marble block. What? That makes no sense. I guess the next thing that I will technically want is a drill cone. That's the seed analyzer. Well, we're actually going to need that, so maybe we'll just do the bioengineering. I haven't touched that, but that is part of an achievement. So that thing is no longer needed. They built it. They built it. I didn't know that they built it. Big petroleum engine. Requires steel. Okay, I guess that's fine. So now, what I need to do is find a way to stop filling that one. I mean, I think when you deconstruct it, it just drops a bunch of petroleum right there, so... Oh, I guess whatever. I guess whatevs. It's not like I don't have petroleum. We have a bit of petroleum. A fair bit of oil coming in as well. What are my temperatures looking like? Yeah, that's nice and chilly. Still doing a good job. Cooling line is still working. Yep, that spot's a little warm, but whatever. It is what it is. I don't really want to put a radiant tile there because then I think that will just be far too cold. So I just have the least radiant or the most thermal conductive regular thing, obsidian. I'm pretty sure obsidian is the most thermally conductive. And that's just gonna be that way, I guess. There. I have them planting balm lilies, but I don't have any carbon or chlorine in here yet. We're not in the milligrams yet. We still got stuff. I mean, it looks like there's a lot, but then when you look at the amount, it's not a lot. So I guess it's spread out because it's a vacuum. But hopefully this thing gets pumped to a vacuum here soon. I don't necessarily need it a vacuum. I just want it a vacuum. It'll be a little bit easier. Drips crops? What's wrong with crops? I think its crops are doing just fine. Yeah, I don't know what you're crying about. Oh yeah, steel. Food is decayed. That's going to be rotten meal ice. Yeah, I guess that's fine. No one's worrying about that meal ice. Oh, new principle. I didn't hear that. But this thing, we should have some steel. I'm going to do all. Turn that off. Turn that on. Oh, maybe not all. What are you sweeping? I'm afraid it's just going to grab some. It's looking at that abyss light. Yeah, okay. Let's not do all. Let's just do manufactured material right there, steel. Okay, just steel. There we go. That'll work. Off to the races you go. Back to drip. Find my petroleum generator. Watch the steel come in. 400. 500. 500. 600. It's coming in slowly. 7. 8. There we go. Okay. Build that, please. And actually, that's a fairly high priority because you guys have a power problem. Ha. That's funny. That face makes me funny. Make me laugh. But yes, I think one of the things that I want to do is build a... There went my phone. Build a steam turbine sort of thing right here. Right here. So we're going to do a great big hoedown deconstruct across like that much. Just to give me a little bit of space. Yeah, you can't build it because we don't have plastic. We'll have to send some plastic through. So I can't really do a size. I forget how big they are. They're like 4 or 5. Somewhere around there, I think. Maybe 6. I mean, I could just literally go right here. Look at my steam turbine. 5. Okay. You are done. Turn that thing off. Find you. Manufactured material. Plastic. I'm going to send some plastic over for these guys. And what do we have in terms of duplicants? Cooking. Wonderful cuisine. Starry-eyed. That's weird. I think I'm just going to take lime. I do not like tryptophobia. Just because, again, 9 times out of 10 you won't notice it, but sometimes you're like, you need to dig your way to safety, and they can't. And I don't care about cooking, and I don't care about decoration or rocketry. It's just, nope, lime it is. We'll try again next time. Okay, so update. This thing still hasn't pulled a vacuum. Goodness gracious, just takes so long. I'm thinking about putting in a whole other pump. We're getting little vacuum spots around there, but it's just taking so long to get all of this. So muchly so, oh, no printable. So muchly so that I keep being like, is there something making polluted oxygen in here? Because I know I have these composts, but I don't think they actually off gas. Yeah. I mean, that number is not changing. If it was off-gassing, you'd expect that polluted dirt number there, right there, to be changing. But it's not. So I don't know what's taking that so long. Well, they still haven't delivered the suit anyway, so... I mean, this place is just kicking along. Doing its thing. We did get a dig there, so we can finally dig that. That ladder still hasn't been built. I don't know what you're doing. Well, they've been on those ladders. Good job. Good job, guys. You can dig that out just so you can reach that ladder. But over here at Drip, I have set up a pump right here with a bunch of filters. Just idiot-proof filters that if there's an AND gate there, if the pressure is above 500 grams and carbon dioxide is not right here, this pump will run. It sorts out the polluted oxygen and oxygen and is kicking that out. Anything else that it picks up, which assumedly should only be natural gas or carbon dioxide, is going to get pumped down here. I have a element sensor set up to a high pressure vent to kick out carbon dioxide right here, and natural gas should keep going to the natural gas generators. That's the setup I got going with that. So it's been running for a little while, just pulling oxygen, getting a little bit of a vacuum right there. It's kind of weird. All the stuff that's going on right there. But there is some chlorine in here, and potentially that chlorine could get sucked into this, and I don't have a filter set up for that, and it could damage these things, but I don't think that will happen. Murphy's Law and all that. Otherwise, just a nice little way to clean things out. I built insulated tile there, then filled in insulated tile there so that we have room for a steam turbine, which I guess the only metal we have is lead. I don't see that going wrong. No possible way that could go wrong. Nope. Not like there's gonna be dealing with a lot of heat or anything like that. But yeah, gonna build that in there and start figuring out how I want to run that. And they still don't have bedrooms. Still haven't done that. I couldn't put a bedroom there if I wanted to because there's neutronium in the way and they need 4 tiles high. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I don't know if that counts right there. We could try that. We haven't done anything with the it's under furniture. Comfy beds. That might work right there. Because those 2 we could get up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Guess we'll find out here in a little bit. Maybe do some bedrooms right there. I don't really want to mess with too much on this side because, like, their bathroom, even though it's all the way over here, it works pretty well for keeping that thimble reed going, and I don't want to have to move all of that. We are slowly running out of water here. Just because it's a 50-50 split between these 2 and this pipe isn't always full. So these Paku might have a bad time here in a little bit. I did set up this pump. I'm just going to try and fill this tank with ethanol to get it out of the way so I can do stuff there. So they got some improvements. Not as much as I would like to see them have. But they're making it a little bit at a time. Okay, so things are moving along in an interesting way. And I'm about to a point where I just absolutely need a mechatronics engineer. So I was looking through everyone here in Drip, and oddly enough, Max, we made a cook for reasons, is also someone who likes doing mechatronics engineering. Problem is, he does not have the morale. We are not doing an awful lot of morale. He has exactly the number of points needed. But we're just going to have to take that hit. There you go, Max. Get ready to get stressed. I mean, doing a good job. All them swampy delights and stuff, but we need someone to do conveyor rails. So the plan that I have here now is I'm waiting on some steel. I'm going to put an aqua tuner right here. And I'm going to super chill this spot. Fill this whole spot with steam. And the aqua tuner loop will just kind of come up. We'll have to run some insulated pipe. Come up through here. Cool the steam turbine. And then drop right back down into the aqua tuner where it can repeat its loop ad nauseum. And then I'm going to put a Doodly Bob auto sweeper, which overheats. Yeah, we're going to need even more steel. Well, I guess we have enough right now. Well, I'm only sending over 1,000 kilograms. But we're going to have the auto sweeper right here. Pick up solid sulfur. And because if I have it right, water boils at 210 degrees. And sulfur freezes? Or, I mean, I see its melting point, but it's definitely not that hot. Or maybe that's just a sulfur geyser. Liquid sulfur. Freezing point 239. So water boils and we'll get steam before this stuff freezes. So basically we're going to set this active if it is above 240 degrees. Turn the steam turbine on. And if we drop some water on this, I expect it to boil quite quickly. So that should keep nice solid sulfur. And then we'll just pipe the sulfur through the air here so it can continue to cool. And then down into a block of what will be essentially super chilled metal. Maybe not super chilled, but just, you know, cold enough that it's room temperature. Cold stuff here. And then that can go up here and shipped out to wherever we need it. But that's the tentative plan. So I need to go back to main base here. Also, I've been looking at this guy. I haven't printed it yet because I just wanted to look. But Camille here is not a bad duplicate. Really, neither is Otto, but I kind of like Camille more because she has three spots instead of 2, but she likes to build things. She's good at suit wearing, which just makes her run faster already, and can dig. She has increased construction. The only thing is she decreases decor around her, which decor is already not a problem. So we're going to bring Camille on board. Ooh, achievement. No place like clone. I believe that's the one. Actually, I have no idea what that one is. Have at least 20 duplicates living in the colony at one time. I guess the colony considers all planets, because that's only 12 here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Skills. Camille, wherever you're at. You like construction? We need people to do construction. And suit wearing, just not a bad thing either. How weird is it that you have to get piloting before you can figure out how to wear an exosuit, considering how much exosuits are used in the base? My guess it is just a morale hit that they make you take to try and make suit wearing more expensive. This thing has still not pulled to a vacuum. And they still haven't delivered a suit, so I don't know. Maybe Camille will get that done. I don't know. Just an extra duplicate to do more stuff. But also, while I'm here, you can be on. And I guess you're too high of a priority, so we'll just turn you off. Yeah, that's probably the problem. Yep. Okay. So steel will be on its way, which makes me say go ahead and queue up an auto sweeper right here. Well, I guess we're gonna have a door there, so right there will be fine. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for power. Maybe I'll just use this cable right here. Because the Aqua Tuner is 1,000, I think that's 100, and then we'll have a loader. How much does a loader take? Power-wise. 120, so we're at 240. Yeah, that should be good, all on one conductive. That will work. See, we're gonna put you... I guess there's a volcano in the way there, so I guess right there. I kind of want to really snake this stuff through the base. So it's not going to go super far. Lead melts easily, but how easily? Or I should say, what causes a melting point? It doesn't melt. It's not going to get that hot in there. So we should still be able to use lead wiring to hook all of this up. I guess for now we'll even hook that up. Yeah, that actually might be more than that can handle with all those running. Just because that's a lot of 60. Yeah, we're at 600 already right there. Interesting. I'll probably have to do something different with that. But for now, in just the building phase, Aqua Tuner made of steel right there. And then we're going to have liquid plumbing, insulated pipe, doing everything cheaply in this base. We don't have none of that ceramic. Lead, sure, why not? And we're just going to go like this all throughout this spot. Ah, some lag there. Goodness, what? What's going on? At least it went the direction I want it to. Like that. And then we're going to go back to insulated pipe. Up to right there. Something like that. Radiant. Right through there. Back to insulated pipe down to there. And then just a pass through like that. Yeah, and then I'll connect that up, and that should work just fine. And we'll do the ever important, it's probably in plumbing, thermosensor made out of copper right there. With automation also made out of copper. Again, it shouldn't melt under the lead. I'm going to use copper just in case, like that. And then just wait for all that to be built. And I don't have anything else to say other than that. Just wait for it all to be built. I guess I can go in here. Let's see, sedimentary rock? We've got granite about these days. Why is that still built out of sedimentary rock? Like we are almost out of water there. Goodness gracious, poor Paku. I'm not sure what to do with that.
I suppose I could dig just one little pit for them all to live in that I absolutely promise I will not siphon. And otherwise, is that granite? It is, yes. I'm just gonna start getting a spot for another one of you guys. Right there. Heavy what? Right there? Yep. And lead across. Like, ooh. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll leave these top ones all in the deodorizers just because they're 5. And we'll cut that power wire right there. Connect that guy in on that spot down there at the bottom. So he'll plug in at the bottom. These top ones can go across to right down there. Yeah. We'll deconstruct that. But potato, it will all get done. Construction at the speed of 7. You guys got stuff to do. And let's see, you should probably send over another batch of steel, I think. I think that would be good. But yeah, now we just let it run some more. Okay. So this is taking a while to do. Mostly because I just don't have a lot of duplicates doing it. Just one mechatronics engineer. But he working on it. So some of these say they don't have enough resources and that it's using copper ore. I'm not sure why it defaulted to copper ore or how we got water in here. That be water. And I know like I'm ready for water, but I didn't connect those 2 pipes for just this reason. So where did the water come from? I am thoroughly confused by that. Nothing like just getting a bunch of steam. Yep, that's just great there. Thanks for that. I think that's wonderful. Whatever, it will be what it will be. I had built this door right here to catch all the gases that might get in here, and then just like open the door and close it, and open the door and close it and get it out, and then I'll build a tile there, caddy corner through the door whenever that's done. But yeah, I'm not sure why it is defaulted to copper when we have so much cobalt. So we'll finish this out in cobalt. I mean, obviously my fault for not checking it. It did this bit in cobalt, but like part of the way through this I had stopped just in case save lag had messed it up. So probably we ran out of copper right there, and then the game suggested cobalt and we finished out in cobalt, but still kind of an odd thing. But yeah, it taken a while. It's just chugging through it. So the thing being built out of lead, the auto sweeper and the conveyor loader ended up blowing up. So gonna ship over some more steel. I mean, wait, what? Oh, I double clicked that. Just put it in there, please, before anyone grabs it. There we go. So yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I know lead says that it reduces thermal overheat temperature, but I'm like looking at this right here. I don't see an overheat temperature unless I am just absolutely... All right. Well, that's the resource. That's what the resource does. But right here, where do you see an overheat? Right there. Right there. Right there. Everyone can laugh at me. 126 degrees, which is far colder than it will be. So whatever. Let's just build the thing out of steel. Like I should have done in the first place. Nope. Nope. That's still lead. Not gonna do lead. Steel. And this thing, I want it, if it's above, we're going to say right now 80 degrees. Or let's do 85 degrees. Not that I have any water in that pipe yet. Like, seriously, where did that water come from? Like, the only possible conceivable thing that I can think of is that there was some bottled water on that tile when I deconstructed it and it fell down. But why would I have bottled water at this stage in the game anywhere? Like, all of the polluted water has been getting dumped in there. I don't have any clean water anywhere other than in this pipe that is not sending any water over. So weird to me. Also, you aren't all the way over. Maybe it should be one more like that, so I can connect that one. And I can connect that one. Now, I did not leave room here for a liquid reservoir. I suppose I could build one right there at some point, but I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful with the polluted water that I bring in. But that can wait just a little while. Like, I'm not planning on filling this line instantly. I'd rather just get the steam turbine up and running like normal. So let's also, I don't know, cancel all that, since I guess we don't have enough copper. Research complete. Yeah, I just queued up a big ol' research hoedown. Well, nope. Oh, nope. I didn't care about filling the whole space in. I don't really want you to rebuild ones that are already built. Just put copper in. Yes, dang it. Put copper in where copper's needed. I gotta click all the wrong buttons. Build copper where you need to, and then I'll connect it all later. This is just taking so long. So we're gonna set this to a 5. And we're gonna just set this all to a great big 9 because I want it done already. But yeah, I'm gonna call this episode here. I'm hitting pretty close to the hour mark, if not a little bit over. And we're just gonna, and by we're, I mean I am, for one, going to go to bed, and then 2, come back and watch this just run for a little while and wait for it to get done. And when it's all finished, I will show you the fruits of my labors. We are out of sand as well. And so we did jetpacks, just because I was getting tired of that notification being there, being like, you haven't done stuff. I went to the research tree and I was like, sure, do that. I almost just clicked that, but we'll work into it. We'll do that one. And I guess that's it. I thought those were connected, but that's just close. We could do high velocity destruction. Oh, that would be fun. Not that I've done like anything with the rockets. Hey, there's. Oh, that's a big engine. Let's see. I don't have the other engine next to it to tell. Also, how do I fuel you? I have no idea how to fuel this one. And this one, you need this. What? I know there's no space above. That's why I want to. Excuse me? It only lets me build the small one. Okay, fine, I guess. Maybe I'll try the swap. Swap this module for a different one. Maybe after I build that, I can swap it. I don't know. But look at the height of that thing. So from the platform, that is 35 tiles. I thought it was 31 for some reason. But that gets up to 35. And I'm not even sure if that's the highest of all the rockets we can get. But that's a height of 5, and that's a height of 4. Yeah, so it's one bigger and definitely wider. But I'm not sure how to fuel this thing. I actually am not. Do. I'm guessing I'm going to have to build a liquid port loader. And like I could build it right there next to the other one. They do chain together, I know. It looks like that one right now is in the water spot. That's not ideal. So for now, well, maybe we'll just move the water up one. Use our delicious copper. Yeah, that thing's shut off. So we'll just build that there. And deconstruct this line right there and right there. And join that down. That's what we'll do for now. I'm pretty sure we have a fair bit of water still on the line here. Yep. I don't know when I'm going to next send a duplicant up to space for that sort of research. I have jet suits. Not that I care about jet suits. Can't see that progress bar. That got built fast. And the storage of a rocket. Wandering Venus. Interesting name. Maybe before I can actually build anything on the Wandering Venus, I have to have... Whoa, that might be a little problematic. I have to have a module. So I guess we'll do copper there. And a basic nose cone. Yes, build those two. And then we'll see, I don't know, maybe that's what you have to do to have a port magically show up on the engine so you can fill it up. Or maybe after I just plug the... Let's try it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Worst that can happen is it goes up in there, so I'm not going to do that. We could put petroleum in our toilet. And I don't want that. So we'll just wait a little bit on that. Not a problem. Do we have any data banks left, or have we used them all? Oh, we have 150. Wait a minute. Wasn't that 130 last time I checked it? And I was like, yeah, that number is not right. And now it's gone up. Unless they're just not on the planet? Or is that just all industrial ingredients? And this is all liquids. Okay, so maybe I was looking at the wrong number before? But I didn't think that had anything, unless they literally loaded everything that they had gotten from the rocket into this in one go. Like if that would hold that many, but it didn't. I thought it literally says, oh, there we go. There it has all the different temperatures, but looks like there's somewhere around 80 to 90 in there. Am I going to do all that math? That's just like eyeballing. Okay. Got this thing. My murder, or sorry, I said murder. No, my evolution chamber. It's not murder, it's evolution. Their natural evolution from a cute, adorable thing to delicious steak. But yeah, that's going. I remember the whole reason I was over here. The whole reason I popped back over here was I was going to send more sand, but we're going to send like a lot more sand, not just a little bit more sand. Because we are out of sand, getting low on sand here, and when we get low on sand, our oxygen filtration quits working. And I don't want that. I like how all the Paku have already found their little hole. They're like, this is our spot. We're not going to leave it. Okay, so this looks just about done. Let's see if I can't connect it all up. I pause the game just because I don't actually want them coming and replacing any of that. Yes, okay, that looks good. So then we'll do an 8 on that. And I think this end is pretty much good to go. We're going to get some insulation tile of the cheap igneous rock, put it in right there, seal it up, and then start dumping some water in. So I don't know, maybe if they can do this in the next little few minutes, I will finish that and demo that before I call it quits. But we'll see. Pause it now. Okay, that actually didn't take very long, which pleases me. So I did build the pipe there, I just didn't connect it, so that should be all I need to do to get water flowing. Yes. Yes. Wonderful. Look at it, it's already evaporating. Oh no. I didn't consider this. This is problematic. Now the thing, I don't know if that counts as entombed or not, but I'm pretty sure it does. Well, I'm just going to let that go for a while. This is going to fill up with water. I'm going to let it fill up till either all the steam condenses, which it looks like it's doing a fairly good job of condensing. And then maybe I'll just build some ladders right here and ladder my way down into it and dig that out. And I don't know, should I put a robo miner here? Where even would you go? It would have to go on the ceiling like that. I can see that. I don't know if I need one or not. Or if that was just too much sulfur for that spot right there. So I don't know. Maybe for now, I will just try a ladder. That right there should be all more we need. Well, we'll do 2. Yeah, just so they can reach down there and dig it out. Okay, so this thing we're going to set to all. Whatever's down here, we want this auto sweeper to grab. Oddly enough, it can see that, which is weird. But all this stuff we're just going to try and sweep out. And it won't go until there's a proper end on it all. But yeah, I think the next thing that I want to get going is the thermoregulator. Just because calories are kind of low here, and it might be good to set up something to stop them from spoiling. But yeah, anywho, I will work on this a little bit off camera. This thing might be done. It says idle. I don't know for sure. Here, my hope is that in the future, when this thing erupts, it will be in such small little globs that it will not instantly solidify the way that it has, and this will not be a problem. But until it erupts again, I don't know. I mean, hey, if I get super lucky, before they even build those stairs, this thing will just erupt again and melt this. Though I doubt it'll get that hot. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get that hot. But I do need to enable that so that the duplicants can build these stairs. But anywho, thank you so much for watching. It is past my bedtime, so I am going to call it here and go to bed. I see the thing erupting! This game knows how to keep me hooked in. It knows. Okay, so let's watch it. Let's watch it together. Pressure rising. How long does pressure rise? How long does it take to disappoint me? Because I'm sure that it won't melt the stuff. Okay, but it isn't turning into a solid tile, which is what I cared about. So, you know, maybe I can just leave it like that. Maybe I do not need to go in there. I think I'll try that. It's still erupting. I mean, I know this sulfur right here is kind of like lost to time and space, but it's doing what I want it to do. Okay, so there we go. Janky, what I'm going to start doing now ever so slowly, I probably do not have the materials to do it. I mean, we have lead. And this block does not have an overheat temperature. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start filling this in with metal tiles. Now that we have all the infrastructure in place. And watch this thing. But I'm going to do that all after I go to sleep, go to work, come back, do other adult things. Being responsible and whatnot. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next episode. Out.